you see these stories about Duvan Zapata for, I think we saw 30 million plus Perin. And the fun thing about this is, of course, you can put whatever number you want on Perin. You can put 200 million on him if you want, because it's still, magic plus Valencia. But
he's a good goalkeeper, Ben.
No, I think he's a legitimate goalkeeper. I think Atalanta have a legitimate goalkeeper. I don't know what they, but as a 29-year-old center forward really what Juventus need? Is this money well spent?
Do you know what? I think this is a really sort of interesting thing in here about identities of clubs, right? Because I think that the Inter, for all their ups and downs, have tended to have very good number nines. And I think Juventus, through this period of winning what's now going to be 9 consecutive Serie A titles, haven't had many really great number nines. I mean, they've had players who play in attacking positions who are good footballers.
Yeah, that's great. So they signed Duvan Zapata. I mean, I know he's obviously been phenomenal, right? But
well, actually, you struck up upon something that I haven't really had a chance to speak about. But I don't know if any of you, I know this is going to seem like it's off tangent, but did any of you read this interview with Tacchinati? And he was saying after the Sassuolo game, yes, I know it's Tacchinati, but it was after the Sassuolo game, and he said that he thinks that the players are letting Sarri down. Now, here is what it is. Yeah, let's be honest. I think that if this team, if you look at the way that the teams are performing after lockdown, the younger sides are Milan, Fiorentina, and Milan is doing it tremendously well. And what we used to do under Allegri, and by we, I mean Juventus, was that they played one game for 70 minutes and then another game for 20 minutes. And sometimes they would drop deep and try to manage their energy levels. Now, what's happening with Sarri is that obviously he wants you to press high up the pitch. And that's quite hard to do when you have a side that's full of old people, right? So including more old people in it is probably not the right strategy to go. Yeah.
Hang on.
So you're saying no to Zapata, Mina?
I love Zapata, and I love Zapata, and for me, I always prefer older players to younger players. I'm old school that way.
So, I mean, Zapata at that price, Perin, who's still serviceable, who showed he's serviceable Serie A goalkeeper, he's 27 years old, he's been capped for the league. You think? I just want to get your view. Would you do the deal? 30 million plus Perin? Okay. I agree with you.
No, I would never do this deal. I would never do this deal. But again, is Sarri being actually spoken to when these deals are? But
I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm not being allowed to get a word in edgeways because you cut me off when I was giving my answer before. So that's what's happening, Gav, before you start giving it that. I personally feel like a lot of Atalanta players, I think you could draw up an abundant list of Atalanta players who've done brilliantly under Gasperini, have gone on elsewhere and not performed at the same level. So no, I'm with you. I don't think it would be a great signing for Juventus. And the point that I was going to make about how they won these titles is I don't think that Juventus, the way they have played for years, requires a great number 9. And I think they especially don't really make sense of one right now if you're committed to another year of Cristiano Ronaldo at least. And yes, they have talked about being committed to another year of Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's what I would have said if you hadn't cut me before, Gav.
Really? You don't think that you need a number 9 at all? That you're willing to invest in one now?
Number 9. You don't have to have a number 9 in the mold of Zapata.
Right.
I don't know how you fit that in, frankly. If you're going to play Dybala and Ronaldo, and frankly, you have to play Dybala, where are you putting a number 9?
No, that's a very fair point.
Very good points. Also, but it's funny because I agree with what Nicky said about Juve's number 9s. Not to pick on Paratici again, but who was it who spent 90 million on a 29-year-old superstar number 9 in Gonzalo Higuain?
Wait, hold on. What happened after that? We reached the Champions League final, right?
Well, that would seem.
I think it was a bad deal. I would have done that deal, to be honest. I don't necessarily think forwards need to be the age of Romelu Lukaku. I don't necessarily think I need to buy myself a forward.
But you agree that Higuain was a superstar when Juve signed him, right?
Yeah, and I thought it was a good move, personally speaking. I didn't think it was a bad one. I think he did tremendous work at Juve, no? We reached the Champions League final. He was tremendous, It was Dani Alves that lost at brass, not on Higuain.
Chicho Caputo's 31, and he's like second on Gav's table, so...
Exactly.
Not only that, look at Zapata and Papu Gomez are not exactly spring chickens, and they're doing tremendous work for Atalanta, right? I don't necessarily believe in age going forward. I believe when it comes to age, when you're asking Chiellini and all these guys to play and keep pressing it's going to be difficult. Yeah, you need to figure it out. If you want Sarri to succeed in this team, then you have to make sure you buy players that can at least run in the final 20 minutes and not play every 3 days. This is the age of Corona, and the teams that are managing it are teams like Milan who are young and who have the vibrancy to keep playing. And even Napoli and the likes of Atalanta have slowed down. So I do have an issue with the way that he isn't very pragmatic in his approach at times. But yesterday, Juventus suffered towards the end. They nearly lost it, because there was that wonderful thing with Immobile and the free kick. But I do feel like there's a certain reason why Allegri played the way he did before. Gab, you were speaking about Sarri leaving. Do you think he's going to stay?
Well, you raised the issue.
Yeah.
And you, I think very correctly, made the parallel that this time last season, Paratici was saying Allegri staying, and then we know how that ended. I don't know. I don't think, for the reasons you lined up just now, when the type of players that Sarri needs to make it work, I think they should really take a long, hard rethink whether he's the right person to take them forward with this group of players and the way this squad is built. Now, if we're to believe what we've heard, Artur fits into what Sarri wants, and maybe Pjanic was left out in this game, so clearly he's done. So maybe they'll bring in somebody else for that role. But yeah, Mina's happy. But no, I think it would be. I hope they're reviewing the situation. But if you're a Juve fan, you would hope so, because to me this makes zero sense what they're doing, or what Paratici is doing. And next season, things might not work out that well. Next season, Ronaldo is going to be a year older as well. So yeah, I think they should look long and hard about who they want to be.
I've heard Stefano Pioli might be available.
Yes,
in a heartbeat. No, maybe not in a heartbeat, but Zidane might also be available. Now that's my number one choice.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.